We are live in Dorset, Vermont. Well, actually, we're in Manchester, Vermont. Gumbo Chef doing the show last night. Very good. It was a lot of fun. Now, Stockton soccer season starts. I want to give props to them. Michigan sent me something hilarious. Oh, and Josh has already come to the show. I told him it was on early. YouTube is going to be live, they said, within 24 hours. So that's exciting. And finally, that'll happen. Well, that makes me very happy. And I sent out to everybody, Brooklyn Cyclones had a Seinfeld night with the Elaine dance, and I wish I was there. I mean, that's genius. Sent to everybody. What do you think about Ohtani? Now, they're saying that he should sit out next season to help so he can pitch again in 2025. But one guy is in his prime is going to sit out a full season. And how is it going to affect him going forward with his impending free agency? And we'll see what happens on that front. I'm kind of curious. He went out of the game the other night. What's it? Ellie? What's Ellie's last name? Ellie. Yeah, there's a picture of him being poked. I think that's hilarious. I love that picture that him and Ellie De La Cruz are poking each other. He felt some pain. Now he's got it would be Ohtani's second Tommy John surgery. Second is successful. He said he's playing the rest of the year and he's going to check out his options going forward. We'll see how that goes. I'm very concerned about that. And also on top of it, Trout in the, first game back and he felt pain in the left hand. He got hit on the wrist by a hit by pitch. So we're going to see how that goes going forward. That is no bueno. No bueno at all for that. I saw that shit. I was like, oh, my God. It's like never ending with this stuff. And it just amazes me with pitchers, too, that they constantly, they get hurt. They're so fragile. And you know what they said is that the Drake curse, because Drake was just wearing a shirt, Ohtani shirt, and now he gets injured. Now you have with Trout, they said August 23rd, the end of the Astros. What's Arte Moreno going to do? Is someone else going to take a shot at him? He had he's a once in a lifetime player. I mean, you read this stuff, you're like, you can't make it up. Well, he has come back in the past. I mean, I guess we're going to see. 2018 surgery was performed by Dr. Neil El Atrachi, would stun me if his not first visit is to him. Now you have Trout out, who felt, And Will Carroll puts something interesting. He's an injury expert. He said almost exactly 5 years after his first surgery, there's a honeymoon period of about 5 years where re-injury seldom happens. It overlaps with the ligamentization of the graft, though the mechanism isn't known. Yeah, so, obviously 5 years to the day, and Hammett fracture left hand with Trout, and he 1 for 4 with an infield single, felt pain in the left hand, he's back. I don't think he's going to play again. July 3rd, had the hook on his left Hammett bone removed on July 5th, and now he's going to miss series against the Mets, Phillies, and A's. He's not coming back. I think he's done for the season. I would say done. And what did Jeff Passan said? Optimism is Ohtani's choice. The last time he was at this juncture, he returned and evolved into the greatest baseball player anyone has seen. Doubt him at your peril. I guess we're going to see if we doubt him. Big bucks in the free agency. Second time. I guess, the Drake curse is that since Ohtani's fate since Drake was seen wearing his jersey, this is from the GIST USA, August 3rd, leaves start early with hand cramp. 8/13 experiences arm fatigue and misses start. 8/23 leaves start early with arm fatigue. And 8/24 diagnosed with torn UCL and won't play again this season. So sometimes it happens. Now, Treetop is a kid I grew up with. He was the Crayola crayon guy. Great guy. Mets, Jets. Big Mets fan. Now, what do you feel about Gooden, number 16, and Darryl Strawberry's number 18 being retired in 2024? And people are upset about it. But Willie Mays got his jersey retired. And Willie Mays only played a couple of years with the Mets. I feel, and they said, they're past the drugs and all that stuff. I saw Gooden pitch in his 24-4 season. What was that, 85? I was there. I watched him pitch. Phenomenal. And, Darryl Strawberry was an 18-year-old thrown into the majors. He was a young kid and, from he was from the Compton area, and in high school he was hitting balls at a Dodger Stadium. With all the things happening in his life, he kept coming back, and he was a hell of a player. I saw him play his first game as a Dodger at Shea Stadium. There were a lot of brawls. I liked him. Yeah, well, and how they said, how is Gary Carter not? Well, what? Yeah, I don't understand why Gary Carter is not retired either, Josh. But I feel I'm cool with them having their numbers retired. You have Gooden was 84 Rookie of the Year, 85 Cy Young, the year I saw him pitch, 194, 112. Retired, it would have been a much better career. They said the first time he did cocaine, he missed the goddamn parade in 86, which is fucked up in its own way. Strawberry was 1983 Rookie of the Year, 2-time Silver Slugger, 8-time All-Star, 1980 number 1 pick, 259, 335. Hey, Michigan just joined the show. With 335 career home runs, should have been 500, and 1,000 RBIs before retiring. He kept coming back. Yankees, I remember with the Giants, the Dodgers. He had his marriage problems, in and out of rehab. I loved them. I did. Now you have Kuzmins. There were years after being tight. Kuzma was retired number 36 in 2019. Finally doing so in 2020. They announced in 2019, retired in 2021. Keith Hernandez is number 17 and Willie Mays is number 24 in 2022. I got to be honest with you. Gooden and Strawberry should have been before Willie Mays. Willie Mays was not a Met. He was a San Francisco Giant. And, I think it was just like So I know they had a lot of problems off the field. Strawberry, but they were phenomenal. I still remember them at the Giant Super Bowl. You could tell they were both fucked up. Really fucked up at the Super Bowl. I remember that distinctly. So